whether it's trade deals or military posture, it all matters to prevent China from seeking to dominate us in the way that they have the free people of Hong Kong, the good people of Taiwan. We have to stand up for those people, by the way. We have to stand up for the Hong Kongers. We have to stand up for the people of Taiwan, for their freedoms, and prevent the totalitarian rule that will come over them if China succeeds in the long term of dominating them. And part of that is to make sure that never happens to us as well.
Congressman Banks, this Memorial Day weekend in New York, we've been honored with WABC to do this special about America's the honored dead of our many wars, not just for freedom, to keep our own freedom, but to free people throughout the world. But the question I think a lot of people have on a weekend where we're commemorating 95,000 Americans that have now died in this plague and many more to come, economic carnage, Memorial Day weekend where people in New York can't even go to the beaches, can't even go into the water in the beautiful beaches around New York City. Why should it matter to an American today in a New York City ravaged by both plague and economic catastrophe? Why should it matter to them what's happening to people in Hong Kong and what's happening to people in Taiwan?
Well, Steve, Memorial Day weekend is all about remembering those who gave the ultimate sacrifice to preserve and protect our freedoms. And that's what the people of Hong Kong, the people of Taiwan, that it's the same freedoms that we have in America that the people there are demanding for themselves that are being taken away from them. And that's why it's important to remember that what makes America the greatest country in the world is these freedoms that we have, and those who fought and some who gave their lives to preserve them. The rest of the world wants what we have. Everywhere else in the world, they want what America has in our freedoms. The people of Hong Kong do, the people of Taiwan do, and those freedoms are being taken away from them. And that's why it matters. That's why we should never forget those who paid the ultimate price. And I know we'll talk a little bit more about that in our time together today, but that's why this Memorial Day of all Memorial Days, as we've been through a lot in the last few months as a country, it's important to remember who we are, where we came from, and those who paid the ultimate price to make it that way.
Posobiec, before I go back to the congressman about his thoughts and reflections on Memorial Day, you're an intelligence officer. If you see that speech right there and you're walking in to brief the President of the United States, what do you tell him?
The first thing I'd tell the president on something like this is that, Mr. President, this is a message, and it's a message for you, quite frankly. It's a message that they are trying to send, and they are hoping that you pick up on, and they're testing you. This is a test, essentially, and they want to see what kind of reaction the United States will have if they even start making any verbal information environment kind of encroachments on Taiwan. This is an encroachment in terms of that, and they want to know, will the U.S. ping on this,